you've been associated with the league for a while. Talk to us this year about how competitive it's been, because on one end we saw a team qualify fairly early, and then we also saw it go down to the last game of the league, which is always good to see. So talk to us about that, and maybe a few players who caught your eye this season as well.
Thanks for having me. Sorry for taking so long. Of course, the game takes precedence. Yeah, I've been here with the BP World ILT20 from its very inception, actually. And I've ducked in and out over the last couple of years. But it's become a very competitive league, and that's what you expect with franchise cricket. You expect each year for it to go stronger and stronger, for reasons that franchises start to work out what it takes to try to win. For other reasons where you find the domestic players, and we talk about the UAE players primarily, and then some of the associate players, they start to rub shoulders with some of the global superstars, and they themselves get better, the coaches get better. So it's been outstanding from that point of view to see it go stronger this year. Look, we can talk about a number of players. If we talk about UAE, Mohammed Wasim, I was just saying upstairs, we don't talk about Mohammed Wasim anymore because he's an established player, most successful. But I just looked at Rohit bowling there, age 23, doing what he did. You have guys like Uzaiman Tanvir who will qualify, Ajay Kumar who will qualify, D'Souza is an outstanding fielder. Ayan Khan is still working his way. Siddiqui, Jawadullah are guys who are starting to move from just being in the 11 to players who are making impacts on the game. So I think the tournament has been brilliant for the UAE players, and I didn't call everyone because we don't have enough time, but for their development and the associates.
Regarding cricket, not about this league. You have been a great bowler yourself, but with the advent of these shorter formats, we have seen that the bowlers have been reduced to a fodder, right? Batsmen have become the prima donnas of cricket, and they are being loved by the crowd, and they are being cheered, and all the rules are there, which is restricting the bowlers. But, as a result of which, that the young cricketers are not taking bowling as their they don't want to become a bowler. Everybody wants to become a batsman. Don't you think that the art of bowling will dwindle and die naturally in this way because of the short formats?
Well, I wouldn't quite put it the way that you put it. I don't think everybody wants to be a batter. You still have guys, we talked about Rohit just now, we talked about Ajay Kumar, who's 28 years of age. A number of guys want to bowl, if you're Hyder Ali, you want to bowl left-arm orthodox. So I still think there is room in the game for those who want to bowl fast, those who want to bowl wrist spin, those who want to bowl finger spin. Historically, and we go back to the inception of the game, even in red ball cricket, batters have always been seen as the heroes and bowlers the villains. Even when I was playing, that was always the battle. So I do think you're absolutely right in the respect that the game kind of has drifted more and more in favor of the batters, but I still think guys want to come through. And bowlers are an adaptable species. Remember that quote. Bowlers are an adaptable species. The more the game changes, the more bowlers will come up with plans to counter it. That has always been the ebb and flow of cricket generally, red ball or white ball or T20. As administrators, though, what I will agree with you on is that we have to do a better job of creating a better balance between bat and ball, even in T20.
That the league topper gets to the final directly, and the playoff should be between second, third, and fourth.
Sorry, I didn't get the last part.
Is there a case that in a 16 league, not in 18 league elsewhere, 16 league, the league topper enters the final directly, and the playoff should be among the next three teams?
Yeah, to start with the last part, I'm sure that has been spoken about, and there's merit in it. But I like this system as well because it's been the system used in so many leagues right now. You want to reward the team that has played the best cricket. I think that's the point that you're making. So I think there's scope for it, but I also like this format where you have the battle to come out into the top two for the very reasons of my Emirates tonight. So I'm happy with this. I'm not dissatisfied with yours. And we're going to see a lot more innovation in the T20 game in the World Cup. What we're seeing, though, from a batting perspective, much to the chagrin of my colleague here, Australia are playing a brand of cricket that they want to go hard from ball 1 to 120. So I think we're going to see a lot more power hitting and a lot more six hitting. And the bowlers will adapt with their peace-off yorkers, their wide yorkers, their straight yorkers.
You have been the voice of many historic events or moments that happen. Even someone who is sleeping might wake up hearing you. So do you prepare in advance to write those lines or while commentating?
No, not word for word. I first learned, by the way, I want to say thanks to all of you gentlemen who, from the media, particularly the written press, who do all these profiles and players. And Paul, thank you very much. You told me you were coming tonight. Good to see you. That feed information to us, well, to me as a commentator, that I would not otherwise have known, right? So if I know a guy's backstory, I'm prepared with that before the game. And if I know the game is coming down to a crunch moment, there's a guy called Ajesh Ramachandran who works at the ICC. In 2016, he was the first one to say, please prepare for moments, whether it's a half century, whether it's a 5-wicket haul, with something, because that moment will live on for eternity. And so I try to do that, but I also find that the best commentary is having a sort of an idea of the moment, but more ad-libbing those through bullet points. Because if you write a script, it just sounds very well read. Whereas reacting to the moment with a little bit of previous information, I think is the best way to do it.